name is Caroline. I'm the co-founder of a nonprofit called Women in AI, and I'm also the founder of a company called The Good AI. And what I'd like to talk about today is the fact that women are definitely going to be key actors in the artificial intelligence revolution for good. A bit more about me. So I've been working in the tech industry for the last year in many startups, investment funds, or also big corporates such as Apple. And I've been, most recently, I've been working in a company called Snips. We were doing voice recognition using a embedded system. And so this is where I really started my journey with AI. And very quickly, I was fascinated by this technology, the fact that, we can process with it so many data, identifying some very complex patterns, find solutions that we humans were unable to find till now. A few examples, for instance, when it comes to climate change or drug discovery, pandemics, like we have a lot of scientists, entrepreneurs who are using AI to address this topic. And so I will go here. And I was also fascinated by how AI can shape our society. As we know, AI is mirroring our ideas. We're transferring some bias into algorithm and through data set as well. And it does this in a very automated manner at a very large scale and in so many different areas: education, health, work, politics, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. And we're going to talk about this. So this is somehow kind of a double-edged game, Either we reproduce, amplify, automate some behaviors with AI. Some of them we're fighting against, like gender bias, racial bias, or we seize the opportunity to correct the flaws of the system thanks to AI. And really, so the Good AI was born. So these are a few bias. We can talk about it later, but I guess you're familiar with all those scandals we have in the news. But basically, the Good AI was born from this twofold observation. AI is providing a fantastic opportunity to address key challenges such as the Sustainable Development Goals. And it can also elevate us as a society and emancipate us from unfair bias, unless, provided we use it responsibly. And to use it responsibly, we need talent, we need collaboration, we need more AI solution to address the SDGs, we need more ethic framework, and of course we need more diversity and inclusion. So this is really what the Good AI is doing. We're providing an online platform to facilitate access to talent and knowledge for any company using AI to address the SDG. And now at the Good AI, one of a core belief, and I'm also the co-founders of Women in AI, so it makes a lot of sense, but is that the AI for good revolution is really going to be a female revolution. Obviously, and one of the SDG number 5 is about gender equality. I was doing a pitch about Pakistan and women in AI the day before yesterday, and as you can see in Pakistan, it's even more relevant. The global gender gap index have put back Pakistan 151 out of 153. So in this kind of country, it's even more crucial to have a lot more young ladies, studying STEM and get involved in AI. The second reason is that we as women, we are responsible as well when we look at all the bias which are discriminating our gender. Here it was one very big example. This is from Babylon, the healthcare AI startups, and they have a symptom checker. And as you can see here very quickly, with the same symptoms, men are asked to go to the emergency, and whereas women, we tell them they have a panic attack. And the symptom, I think it was, let me remember. The symptoms, it was basically for a smoker who complained about sudden chest pain and nausea. So as you can see, there is really unfair treatment according to the gender. The other reason why the revolution is going to be a woman one is that we have and this is why the glass is half filled, because for me I see it half full, because it's a real fantastic opportunity to shape a new society helping a lot of women in the world to have more rights. And we can, so basically, because all those bias who are against women, imagine tomorrow if we identify them, we correct them, and we replace all those discriminating bias with gender equality as key bias. Imagine we can really reshape the way of thinking in the world, and that will be, I think, a magical and unique opportunity for women to tackle. And the last point, which is super interesting, is that we need women in AI. Like, there is a huge shortage of talent. And as you can see here, there are 3 more times jobs than job seekers. So it's a highway for women when you know that only 22% of AI professionals are women, and that we need diversity in AI systems. So here you can see the top jobs that are needed: machine learning engineers, deep learning engineers, senior data scientists. And so this is why we really, at the Good AI, we really encourage women to educate themselves, to use all the resources we have today. For instance, here you can see there are a lot of MOOC online. So even if you haven't studied STEM at school, you can still, build some knowledge. You can.